Here in North Carolina, it's the wildfire concept, like I talked about last week, where a lot of the urban areas got Omicron first, and the wildfire spread out to the more rural areas around us. And it is out there now. So if you look at the northern Piedmont and foothills in our area, those numbers aren't too much different than what we are around here. So it seems that the increase in the numbers is starting to slow down. And I've noticed that over the last 5 days. So of that huge increase in percentage over the last 14 days, most of that was over the last week. So we may be getting up close to our peak. And I actually think that we'll probably peak here in the next week. And why do I say that? Well, a lot of reasons. One is that if you follow other areas that are a lot like we are, they have peaked or are already starting to come down, particularly the United Kingdom. Their case rate's dropping fairly quickly right now, actually. And then if you go up to the Mid-Atlantic and the New England states, and you look at most of those states, they seem to have rounded the curve at the top. Now, just because you rounded the curve doesn't mean we're out of the woods, because obviously it takes a while to come down. Case rates are still very high, still lots of people getting COVID, and that'll continue for a little while. But it looks like the predictions that the peak will happen in January will be true. And by the end of the month, probably substantially down. I think that, though, once we get below 50% of what the top of the peak is, that the decline in numbers will slow down a little bit, just like what we saw with Delta and what we're seeing now in South Africa. So there'll still be COVID around for some time, and it'll be Omicron. Omicron won the race, won the war between the supervillains, and that is over 95% of what we're seeing now here in North Carolina.